Hello and welcome to your favourite Leeds United podcast, which is not another Leeds podcast. I'm hoping it's your favourite, otherwise...
Gone.
What a start. It's the fact he made the oot noise as well. He must have known something went wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, well,
great.
I think wherever Kev is, he's sucked Danny in with him. So,
And for my next trick, I've no idea what happened there. I'm sorry. My
We went to see
big
Kev,
fingers
mate.
must have it. Yeah. I just nipped out to see Kev. Oh, of all the starts, do you know what, boys? I actually thought it's going to be a good one tonight, and already it's absolute bedlam. I can't even speak. What's in this Lucasade? Anyway, let's start that again, shall we? Boop, 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 boop. Welcome to Not Another Leeds podcast. I have James. Oh, fucking hell, here we go. Right, fuck it. I've got James and I've got Ellis and Joe from the Derby Days podcast. How are we doing, boys? You good?
Not too bad.
All
Not
good.
too bad.
All good. Yes, all smiles at the moment.
Are you sure? You look like being held at gunpoint to become on this pod.
Well, yeah. If
I've
the
not even
camera
tied
panned
to
that
two
way,
planks of wood.
that's where Kev is. He's got a gun to his head over there.
Is that right? Yeah, is that right?
I just realised you're sitting on chairs. I thought they were just two random bits of wood behind you. I'm like,
It's
It's just a nice
Uh,
decoration. It's just a nice
fucking
decoration.
nice. But you've been tied to some wood.
I generally
Gonna
don't know
shoot
what
us.
happened there.
To be fair, that'd be a fun Friday night. So,
yeah, I've
Do
had
you
weird.
know, we've still got 45 minutes left, mate, so it could get weirder. James, how you doing, buddy? You good?
Yeah, good week.
Yeah.
I know we lost, but good performance, especially from little
See,
Archie Gray. I'm still reveling in that. So, but yeah,
I won't say we lost. I'll just say we missed out by that much.
That's what it feels
I mean-
like, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
a blessing.
we'll
We'll say that.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome to the podcast where tactical analysis evaporates and chaos, as you can well see, ensues. And we've got Smarty in the comments already. Hello, Smarty. This is the most professional show out there. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing but facts, mate. Nothing but facts.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Smarty. Always love you there. Right, so let's go all the way back. Oh, hold on. Got a sponsor, boys. We've got a sponsor's just dropped in. Joe's like, another one. I was like, I know, mate. We can't get rid of these sponsors. But here we go. Let's roll. All right, I'm doing it. Let's roll the VT.
Rent a Ref. Rent a Ref, quick and easy. Get the decisions that you want. Show the red card to fair play.
JK from Liverpool area. VAR are great lads and help me a lot. Great service.
If you want the decisions for your good game, please look at Rent a Ref. Use the code NALP31 and you get 10% off. Good. Now that's the plug. Lads, I'm sure you watch Premier League teams quite a lot. Is there anybody using Rent a Ref?
it's hard to say. Liverpool certainly aren't, though. After the decision in that cup final the other week, Liverpool definitely aren't the ones using it.
Yeah, it's because Man United scored a goal midweek in the FA Cup where basically the same thing happened. And yeah, the goal got given to Man United. It's like that GIF. It goes VAR checking club badge. It's one of them ones, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. Maybe they're on LinkedIn. Maybe you should check them out on LinkedIn. My subscribers are going down. I don't know why. Same joke every week. Right, let's go back to the Leicester game then. That's the silliness so far. Right, lads. I want Joe. We'll start with you, buddy. Were you a bit nervous for the Leicester game? Were you confident?
I was nervous, naturally. Of course, it was weird as well because playing top of the league that we've already beaten this season, we're on an amazing run. I didn't really know how to take it. It's like, in reality, I should have been confident. Everything pointed towards me being confident. But I've just seen that comment as well.
I'm sorry. Just for the audio listeners, Smarty's just put, why do they look like a mum and dad are here for parents' evening? They are.
Who's the mum? Who's the mum, Smarty?
James, it's the 21st century. Smarty, stop bullying my guests. Otherwise, I'll send the American accounts to us. Ought to know better. Please, sorry, Joe. Please go on.
No, sorry, I'll have to call Danny Daddy for the rest of this podcast anyway. but no, I didn't know how to feel going into the Leicester game. I thought we'd lose for some reason, but everything pointed to us winning. Of course, that's the Leeds mentality, though. When you're on a good run, when you've already beaten them once this season, you somehow expect them to come get 3 points. But no, and unbelievable game. Maybe not in performance as such. First half, we were fantastic. Second half, we were really poor up to the last 10 minutes. But you can't complain at all when you end up picking up the points.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. Obviously, we're a tale of two halves, or you could say a tale of 80 minutes to 15. Ellis, what were you saying, mate? What are you saying about the Leicester game?
Yeah, well, if you ask Joe, I'm probably the most optimistic fan there actually is. Like, don't learn lessons whatsoever. I was relatively confident going into the game, and I did expect us to perform better in its entirety. Like Joe said, when we go on a run, like being Leeds fans, you do kind of expect it to capitulate at some point, don't you? But I wouldn't say quietly confident. I was just confident. We didn't play great, but all that matters is the 3 points, and it was just a cracking night, really.
Yeah, it was really good, mate. I was on my couch and I was like, I've got no pillows left. Pillows, cushions, whatever you want to call them. I just honestly, I was just so nervous for that game because they did play well, didn't they, James? Leicester did play well. After the first 5 minutes, I thought we were on top. If Piroe would have passed it again, you know.
Yeah, it was more even first half. I thought we had some good, not necessarily chances because we didn't really hit the target, but I thought we were good first half. Second half, it was the first time where I've looked at us and thought we're looking a bit shaky here. And then it got to like the final whistle, and I was just like, "What the fuck has just happened? How have we won that game out of nowhere?" But that's just the mentality to keep going to the end, ain't it? And once Rutter just started to start playing, we've just took over and won, and I'm happy. Very happy.
Yeah, it's such a euphoric state that I would in. I don't think I had any pants on by the end of it, if I'm being honest with you. Let's go. I mean, obviously, the first 5 minutes, Joe, like Nonto played really well for me. And he did that little flick. Ellis, I'll come to you in a second. And if he'd have passed it on, if Piroe had passed it on again, would have been 1-0 up, wouldn't we, in the first 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of chances early on in the game overall. Of course, the one you just mentioned there, but I can't blame an individual player. Like, I won't try single someone out for like one missed pass or something. Maybe if it's an overall poor performance. But yeah, I think the first 20 minutes we could have been a couple up. We had 3 pretty decent chances. 1 for Nonto, 2 for Piroe, and we just didn't pull the trigger properly at any of those opportunities. So. Yeah, it was a strange game the way it panned out.
It was, wasn't it? It was just up and down for me. Now, Ellis, I think you know what I'm about to say. The non-tour chance, just a bit of context for the new people that are here. And Ellis was on a couple of weeks ago, and we all agreed. To be fair, we all agreed that Nonto's left foot was crap. And I did put a reel out there, so go check it out on our Instagram. Because we messaged each other, didn't we, Ellis, straight away after?
Yeah, straight away.
He's tried to cut onto his left. He's tried too cute. He should have hit it first time, and he's overrun it. But what did you think about that Nonto situation there, Ellis?
Well, I just thought it was typical of what I'd said that week for him to then go on and score 5 goals and 3 of which being with his left. I think it was just, it's typical in it. Like, I feel that on that podcast, if I didn't say that, then he wouldn't have gone on to score them goals with his left foot. So he was riding off basically my wave, and it'd come to an end, I think. That's what I'm going to put it down to.
Can you just for the university tickets thing, can you just call Nonto shit again, please?
I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. His left foot shit.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, and
I'll stand by that.
I'm feeling a bit.
I have no association with this man.
Right, Kevin, you ready? Yeah, and there you go.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I also do children's parties, but I have to do it from 200 yards away. Yeah, Kev, welcome to the show. I know you've been a busy boy. We're just talking about the Leicester game, mate, and how you loved it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Okay, moving on. James, go on, Kev. What's your thoughts, bud?
I love it. Just love it. Sorry, I've just literally I fell asleep and I've just woke up. So James has rang me. Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry, man.
Told you fell asleep. There's a bear.
Yeah. But yeah, we beat Leicester fucking foxes. Now we're going to finger some dogs tomorrow. Do one, you little twats.
Don't bother us. Not
Yeah,
the dogs.
quite.
Just protect the dogs.
Crufts, mate. Sorry, that'll do. Yeah,
Don't
thank you,
bother us.
sorry. I'm a little bit all
You know,
about it now.
There's entrances.
Non-toes left there.
That's classic.
There's entrances, and then there's Kev balding in, going straight out the gate.
Fingering dogs.
It's a family show.
It's the first thing he thinks
Family
about
show.
when he wakes up.
What's one of the first ways you're told to stop dogs biting you when you're a kid?
Finger
Put your
Shove a
finger
finger
up
up its
in the
bum.
bum. Exactly.
Finger.
See you later.
Don't put your hand in their mouth.
That's how you stop the dogs.
Yeah, but you don't do it when they're
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
biting
put
you.
your hand in the mouth.
It's a well-known fact. Dogs can't bite you if you're not near a dog. Right. Let's.
Right.
This is too much chaos. I knew this was too much chaos. Let's just bring it down a bit. James, not
Yes,
nonsense performance for you, buddy.
Against Leicester, I thought he was
Yeah.
good. I thought in that first half, especially because some of it was quiet. He had that one chance where the defender got back and sort of blocked his shot, but he was quiet. I thought Nonto was the one up there that was doing bits because Rutter was shite for 80 minutes that game. He couldn't hold on to anything. So yeah, Nonto, I thought he played well for me.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just seen this comment from Smarty.
I'm just laughing at
Isn't
that.
this a bit of if it is Joe and Ellis are like, why the fuck have I come back on here? If it isn't the Swifties Danny's having to deal with, it's now the RSPCA. Thanks, Kev. Context: the USMT accounts and the Swifties have been after me because of No Better Lads, and now Crufts is probably going to ban me from turning up. Right, so so obviously the last 15 minutes, I thought we were really. I mean, I thought Meslier, Joe. I want to get your thoughts on this. I thought Meslier played really well. I've still seen him getting pelters.
Do you know what? Ellis give me a funny look then, because I've always defended Mez no matter what's happened. I've always thought his distribution isn't the best. There's certainly better keepers out there for that. But as a one-on-one shot stopper or just an overall shot stopper, I proper rate him. It's weird because you want a keeper that's got everything. You want someone that can actually come out and claim a corner, and he's not the best at that either. But I think as a championship keeper especially, for stopping those shots, he's pretty good. And he proved that in the Leicester game. If it wasn't for some of those saves, we wouldn't have been in it for those last 10, 15 minutes. He was unbelievable. And I think that maybe that should earn him a bit of leadway when it comes to future not claiming a cross properly or something.
Yeah. Ellis, do you echo them thoughts?
To an extent, I guess. I mean, in that Leicester game, he was brilliant. And sometimes, I can't remember who said it, but sometimes the best saves a keeper makes are the ones that he doesn't, not like necessarily just putting putting pressure on and closing down the angle, forcing them to put the shot off target. And I feel like he did that really well with their left winger coming in and missed it by the right post. So I thought he was brilliant in that game, but it just goes down to he don't command his area well enough for me. But I think he is a brilliant shot stopper, like Joe said. I can't take that away from him. It maybe could have done better with some of the ones against Chelsea, maybe one that went through his legs, but you've got to try cover that front post, and it's unfortunate for it to go through your legs.
Yeah, he's quite gangly, isn't he, really? Kev?
It really is.
It looks like one of the Muppets, doesn't he? Like, go on, Kevin.
I've always liked Meslier. One of the reasons I like him is because he loves to punch dogs in the face. I mean, that's what he does.
Is that the theme for this episode?
Yeah,
Animal abuse.
Yeah. No, I've always been a big fan of Meslier. I remember at the start of the year, James said he thought Meslier is worth 50 million. He'll come back on the screen in a minute and shout that. I've always liked him. Again, I'll go echo what the lads have just said there. His distribution's not the best, even though I thought he was actually quite good against Chelsea. He's shot stopping, and I think he put off Daka as well when he came out that far to put him off that shot. So I've always liked Meslier. I think he's going to become a really good keeper, and I just hope we keep hold of him. And the Leeds fans just stick with him as well, because again, he faced like 4,000 shots in the last 2 seasons up till now. So he's going to be a bit, he's like, oh, okay, Danny, punches dogs.
Nice, is it? Right. Obviously, they had loads of chances to send it. It's 15 minutes in. Bloody hell! Sorry. Yeah, they missed loads of chances. Obviously, you said the Daka one. I mean, you expect Mavadidi. I mean, he won Mavadidi. He wanted that cut in and just put it past the post. You expect him to put them away. I mean, I mentioned it on our Sunday Club, and I've seen it. I watched a lot of for a bit of Shard and Friday to watch Leicester fans and their podcast. And at the end of the day, the facts are what you said, Ellis. We scored 3 goals. They only scored 1, and that's what counted at the end of the day. But I just think that they're worried now. Leicester fans, they're worried that we're 6 points behind them. And I mean, Joe, is it wrong to say that we've got a shot for the title?
I think one thing which might have actually helped us is the fact that we're out the cup and they're still in it. I know that they probably won't make it past the next round, but it's still an extra game for him to play and another thing for him to concentrate on. And I think overall, 6 points difference. The Championship's so impossible to predict. We look at the game, I know we'll predict it later, we look at the game we've got coming up against Huddersfield tomorrow, and most people would look at it and think it's an easy win, but there's those local rivalries in there, there's all sorts of things. So I think there's definitely a chance, but I don't like to fully commit to either way because the Championship's the strangest league in the world.
In it, yeah. Like it's always an unpredictable league, isn't it? But James, we'll talk about the last 15 minutes. What a last 15 minutes that was. That was very euphoric. Has there any walls left in your house after punching them all in celebration?
No, I live in a field now, mate. This is just a curtain in the middle of a field. No, mate, it was brilliant. It was like, it weren't the best sort of intricate play that we've been used to, but it was just like gung-ho, and like Rutter was grabbing it by the game by the scruff of the neck and just running into the box, and it was like, and then the goals were shit that we scored, and it was just like deflections, but who cares, man? It was the atmosphere. Like people have been saying all week, the atmosphere in that game has been the best it's been in a long time. So it's like that's what we need. We need that more and more and more.
Yeah, Ellis, like for me, where the game turned is when he brought Mavadidi off, where Enzo made his subs. We've brought Bamford and Dan James on. Do you agree with that, or am I just chatting absolute waffle here?
No, absolutely. I think that was the main turning point in the game. He did us a solid, really. Took their best or most dangerous players off, made them changes, and we made changes of our own, and it did flip the game on its head. And it was just one of them ones where I was watching it and I was thinking, can't really see anything happen, but if we get one goal, then the crowd, there was only one winner after you get the first. Like as soon as that first goal goes in, and as soon as the next 2 minutes when you see Leicester start to flap it a little bit and the players feed off the crowd, like Ellen Road is so brilliant because you do have moments like that where the crowd can feed you, but it can almost work against you as well sometimes. But this was one of the occasions where it worked massively in our favour.
Yeah, I even the Leicester fans were like, why is he bringing him off? Because he was such a threat. And then obviously we bring Connor Robertson, who ultimately gets the equaliser, which is a great finish, by the way, isn't it, Kev? He goes through a pack of bodies and he goes into the bottom of the corner.
Great finish, especially for his first goal. Calm, collected. It was really nice. It was really rough for Leicester after that first goal, proper rough. And after that, we terrorised them, and it was just too much for them, mate. They couldn't handle it. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's too much.
Is that what you've been doing? Have you been Googling puns?
I have not, I promise. No, yeah, it's. I've got to agree with the lads there as well. It's just once, I mean, even you said it. Once, if we score an equaliser, Leicester will crumble, and it happens. And
I did.
Just flapped it, didn't they?
Just call me the Oracle, because I said it in the WhatsApp chat. Get one, and they'll crumble, and they did. And then 3 minutes later, James Archie Gray has he been credited with the goal now? He gets his first goal.
Has he? Has he been given it?
Yeah,
It looks like it, yeah.
It's been given to him. Defo.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think because
just look what that goal did for his confidence against Chelsea. Fucking hell.
Yeah. He does get fortunate, James, doesn't he? It comes off Ricardo. Is it Ricardo? And then it comes off Saicho Bob and goes in. Hermanson's wrong-footed.
I'm glad it went off him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I put a meme out, didn't I, during the week, and it's like I put Faz's head on some guy, that meme where that Indian guy's like at cricket, and he says, when you score twice and still lose. That's what we're all about. We're all about the memes on this channel.
He's all back and no bite that fast, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm
please do like and subscribe. Please, if we get to 500, Kev said he'd do a little Irish jig if we get to 500. So please do hit that subscribe button while they
I'd say that.
So James, obviously, it like you say, it was good confidence builder, wasn't it, for Chelsea for Archie after that goal?
Yeah, I don't know what. Well, I do know what happened. He's just really good, and he's just got all this grey blood in him, and he's just amazing, isn't he? But what he was doing in Chelsea, it was. I'm just gobsmacked at how easy he makes football look for a 17-year-old against these superstar players from around the world, and he was pissing all over them. But yeah, that goal must have done him the world of good, mate. Oh, we've got something amazing in Archie Gray, man.
Yeah.
So
Gilly
good.
in the comments says, couldn't happen to a better player after first screamed at the Leeds fans when he scored for them at the same end. I think Gilly's always there. I think Gilly were there, wasn't he? But yeah, I mean, I've never liked. He's one for scoring on goals, isn't he? I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Statue of Bob is called. Do you remember, Joe? You'll know this. That great overlooping own goal he scored against City or something.
I don't remember this.
Do you know he scored 2 own goals in the same game?
Maybe he dreamt it.
Liverpool, I think it was against Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. That was it. Liverpool. Yeah,
that rings a bell.
Laughing at Smarty's comment there has just done me in a little bit. I had to mute myself there. Sorry, man.
Yeah, as Smarty in the comments has said, as in his head, and not his gooch ball bag, etc. On his podcast, I heard him call it a fuzzy head prick or something like that. Right, so we won't spend too much time, but overall, Joe Ellis, euphoric, obviously, when Dan James scored. Bamford deflection. Were you expecting it to go in? Because it seems like Dan James is now a free kick specialist. Ellis.
Yeah. To be fair, I expected his free kick initially to be better because that one against Plymouth, they hit the crossbar. Like, it was actually a really good free kick. So I seen him. It's a bit of an awkward one because it's dead central and it's maybe too close to goal for you to get it up and over the wall. But he hit it hard enough into a group of players, and it could go anywhere, and anywhere it did. So in the back of the net specifically, we'll absolutely love it.
Got some venom in his free kicks, hasn't he? He rattled the bar not long ago.
Yeah, can try it.
Yeah. So overall, then we're all happy with that Leicester game. And have you seen? I wish I had that picture of that. Have you seen that taxidermied fox that sat on a chair? Oh, I wish I'd have put that up. Anyway, so what we'll do now is that's them done and dusted. What we do now at this part, if you're new, we have a guess the player, and Ellis and Joe know all about this. James and Nonto's left foot is his name, Kev. Know all about this game. Now, I hope you've got your guesses ready. I want everybody in the comments. There's 200 of you watching. Someone else, we've got loads in anyway. Right, so we've got this player. Who do you think this player is? You've got 5 seconds on screen. Who do you think it is? Who do you think this player is? Now, the clue is I can see the picture that I'm about to show you. So who do you think that player is? I'll come to you first, James.
Barry Scott, Sillet Bang. That's what I think it is.
An educated guess. I like it. I'll come to Joe next.
Joe, I feel like I should know who that one is because I even saw Ferdinand in the background and I saw the number at Real Madrid, but I'm not sure. I actually don't have a clue. Maybe the old Ronaldo. I don't know what number he was.
Oh, good shout. What about you, Ellis? He's dying to get it out.
I'm going for Boris Johnson, I think.
Oh, Boris Johnson. R9. We've got Sillet Bang. What about you, Kev? What are you going for?
It's not R9. You want number 9?
Yeah, I'll go for Curly from Coronation Street.
Oh, Kevin, such a fool. We've got someone saying we've got Ronaldo from Bandy. We've got Judith Chalmers from Smarty. We've got Giggs. We've got the Count from Sesame Street from Gilly, and we've got Zidane. Now, it's all good.
Can I change my guess to Marley from Marley and Me?
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what? You're not far off. You're not far off. All the new people that are watching.
So it's dog related. Who'd have guessed?
Really?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, is it? Is it though?
Oh.
So this This is what you saw.
Dog fingering related.
I will
Sorry.
put you out of your misery. It's everyone's favourite Gungan, Jar Jar Binks. He's wheeling away. He's wheeling away against Man United.
It looks
everybody
like
knows this.
Ferdinand. They look like twins.
Yeah.
Get it back up.
With the cornrows.
So once again, the guess the player rolls on to another week where no one guesses it right. No one got it right in the comments either. Yeah, well, that's our podcast. We take nothing seriously. Right, so we move on to Chelsea. And Kev, what did you think when you saw the lineup?
I thought it was quite strong, actually. I knew there would be a couple of people out. Obviously, we keep going back over this all the time, don't we? We kept changing our minds if we wanted to win or not. When we scored, I wanted to win. When they drew, I was like, I don't care about the FA Cup when they pulled a goal back. When we've equalised, we're like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. And then it's just I thought he went strong, and there was some good players out on the pitch. Maybe could have took Firpo off maybe a little earlier, and I don't think he
About
took
2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's just fun to watch a match where there's not as much pressure on the game for Leeds, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought we actually played well, especially like some of the players, younger players. Matthew Joseph was good. Archie Gray was put him into the limelight now. Yeah, it's just good. That's it. That's all we got to say.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kevin. Very
Chris?
particular. Joe, I'll come to you next, buddy. Did you want us to go through first of all?
Yeah, I always want us to win, whatever game it is. I'm always rooting for us to win. But I think similar to what Kev said, it was one of those, when they equalised, I wasn't too upset. I can see the silver lining in it. Less fixtures for us to worry about equals more concentration on the Championship. So that's always a plus. But yeah, whenever we score against a big team like Chelsea, obviously there's a huge rivalry there. And I love the cup competition in a way. I think it's probably one of the best chances we'll actually have to win any kind of silverware in my lifetime. So I always want to see us do well, but we never seem to. But yeah, in the end, I'm not too upset about it. Good game. Shouldn't knock the confidence. It is what it is.
Yeah. Ellis, obviously, did you want us to go through, and what did you make of the team sheet, mate? But before, actually, is there any Chelsea lads on your podcast?
Yeah, we've had one or two.
All right. And did they message you to give you stick, or?
Well, not
they
really.
worried?
Well, yeah, I think they were a bit worried. One of them said, I can't even be asked watching it initially. This was before we'd even scored. So I put into my head, like, I don't understand where this... Well, they were a bit scared, I think, because they know that they're playing rubbish at the moment. And it's a Leeds team banging form, regardless of the changes that we made. It was kind of a game where we could just go out there and play. And it kind of felt like a game for the first time in a while that there's not actually any kind of pressure on. And I think, if anything, losing the unbeaten run, even though it's not in the league, kind of takes pressure off going forward in the league as well. Because it's not like, oh, you're still unbeaten in 2024. I mean, we are in the league, but just not as a whole. So it kind of might benefit us. It was a good performance. Good to see some of the young heads going in. So all in all, it was just a really, really good, really positive game, I'd say, even though we did lose.
Yeah, I thought we gave a good account of ourselves, and I wasn't expecting to go 1-0 up at 8th minute, I think it was.
Neither were ITV, by the looks of it.
yeah, exactly, yeah. It's just great. It was a great finish, wasn't it, James, for Mateo's first thing. It's just instinct. He's just hit it. It's not had time to think about it. It's just gone, right, I'm going for goal, bang, and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's what you needed. Great. Like, it's a great chance for him to score his first goal, and it's not the hardest, but he did what he needed to do, and he's just buried it. And yeah, it's a great start, mate. He's a good player as well, isn't he? Old Matteo. Not scared, is
Matteo.
he? I like him.
Yeah,
Matteo.
yeah. I think he's been dying for a goal, and I think, I mean, to get 2 against Chelsea. I mean, let's be real. They're in the Premier League, and they don't have rubbish players per se. It's just, I think this is his trajectory now. I think he'll fly up. I think he'll hopefully take the same arc as Archie Gray. Obviously, Archie Gray's a dynasty at Leeds United, and he's destined for great stuff, is Archie Gray. I do want to know what Kev thinks about Mateo's overall performance in that game.
Strong, physically, really strong. Was bullying defenders. Didn't get many touches of the ball. I think we talked about this last night, didn't we? Didn't get many touches of the ball, but when he was involved, it was like very, very good. He was chasing people down. 2 great goals. His second goal was absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to say it again, James, by the way. So we'll just leave that. You got to head it back where it come from, though. That's what you got to do. Just want to let everybody know that. But yeah, he's got a big future, and I think he's the one that closest plays to the sort of same style as Patrick Bamford, the way he's chasing him down, holds the ball up well. Yeah, hopefully he can get a nice little run in the team, really.
Yeah, we'll come on to Matteo more in the preview for tomorrow's game. But Joe, there's something that I want to bring up, and I'll get everyone's opinion on this player. Now, Piroe's been getting a lot of stick because he didn't particularly have a great game against Chelsea. I want to know what your thoughts about Piroe. I think personally, I think it's a system that doesn't fit Piroe rather than the other way around. But I'd like to get your thoughts, mate.
Do you know what it is? He was woeful against Chelsea, right? And I accept that you can have those games.
Sorry, can I say it's Piroeful? Is that a word? Can that be a word?
You know, that's
Take it.
Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of works.
Sorry, go.
No, it's all right. Yeah, he was horribly bad, and I think it's because he's clearly not pacey. We've seen that throughout the season. There's been lots of examples where he's just not quick enough to get onto the end of a through ball or to actually pressure a player effectively. And we saw that in full force against Chelsea. And I think while we're in the Championship, that's not too big an issue because there's a lot of teams where he can get away with having those lacking attributes. But if we are to go up, it does make me question when we're playing a top half Premier League team and he's that slow, is it going to work?
Yeah, he has the turning circle of a German U-boat, doesn't he, Ellis, in some games. But I made this comparison. I know that Rutter's got credit in the bank, but there's been games where Rutter's just fallen over. He's lost the ball. He lost the ball 24 times against Leicester, I think it was. But obviously that's why Rutter doesn't get enough shit because he does also make but Piroe he's still got double figures in goals though, James, hasn't he? Ellis, what's your thoughts on Piroe, mate?
I think it's got to give him a little bit of credit. It's tough. He's come from being a big fish in a small pond over to Leeds, and he's got bags of talent around him. He's brilliant at finishing. He's absolutely brilliant at that aspect of the game. I think if you give Patrick Bamford Piroe's composure and finishing, then we'd have a world-class striker on his hands, to be completely honest with you.
Exactly, yeah.
We would, but he's a bit too sluggish for me in a team that is full. Like when you're playing with the likes of Rutter, Somerville, James, you got to give him credit. He's gonna look a little bit slow, but Christ, he does really irritate me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. He scored a few goals, and if he's on the pitch and we get a penalty, you'd have him taking it every single day of the week. But you've got to there's got to be some sort of balance as well, hasn't there? Really, you've got to bring more than just that to the table, even though that is the most important part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. James, on to you, mate. Do you think Piroe?
We spoke about it, didn't we? I think there is a player there if you play him in the right position. I don't think he lacks pace. I think he just lacks fucking effort at times. Because there's been times where I have seen him put on the afterburners, and you think, what's he doing there? But he's very sort of lackadaisical, and it's a bit slow pace with him. And in this system, you need to be on it all the lot constantly. I just don't think there's a position in our system for him at all. But he's banged in sort of 10, 11 goals. So that's what I'm saying. He's there, and I agree with Joe as well. In this league, we can get away with playing him in this system. I don't think he gets away with it in the Premier League week in, week out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, we're not the first people to say this on the podcast. Kev, about Piroe, I'm gonna be, look to the future here. If we get promoted, or I should say, when we get promoted, can you see Piroe just being a bencher, or do we get rid of him? Do we just send him out because at the Premier League level, will he make it?
Well, he's a bencher now, isn't he? And I mean, Patrick Bamford's in front of him. I mean, there's other people that can do there. He hasn't got the speed of a greyhound, and he's got the grace of a poodle. He's just a really good finisher in my eyes. He's decent. He just doesn't fit our system at all. I like Piroe. I think he's got good attributes, and I think he can do well. And if Patrick Bamford had Piroe's finishing, he'd be the fucking best striker we've ever seen. So I do think there's a place for him in this squad as it is right now. He is young. He's big fish, small pond. Just the system doesn't fit him, I think, and I think he'll still score a few more goals. And again, as Ellis has just said, penalties, man. He's there for that as well because no one else can hit him.
Can I make the wildest comparison? Do you know who Piroe kind of reminds me of? He's definitely a better player. He's got more talent, but it kind of reminds me of Lesoga. No. As in, Lesoga had a right shot on him. He could rocket it into back at net sometimes, and you'd trust him to finish a one-on-one the majority of the time, but he just looked like he couldn't move. I'm not saying Piroe's quite to that level, just so like people, he's not that bad, but it's like everyone said he's such a great finisher, but there's no other individual attribute to his game that I think is particularly good.
Do you know what? That's a decent shout. You know, I saw was it 5 years ago when he scored against Burton? He got a brace against Burton or something. I saw it on Twitter.
Was it on his debut or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
And
I thought he was going to be the second coming. I did. He come over with this big deal, didn't he? A big deal about him, and I thought, we've got someone big here. He was just like a mad.
He was big as well.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah.
Like a potato.
Like he had like elephant legs, didn't he? And he always had tape on him somewhere. And he had a really strange relationship with his mum. Very, very strange, if you know what I mean. Not legal, I suppose you could say. Anyway, not in the legal sense. Well, in America, in the country maybe. Right? Gilly's got a good point here. He's only still young, spat Piroe. Parry has 5 years on him. This is his first big club. He needs to learn to play at a good level without pay still. And maybe it's just a case of he needs to adapt. And then next season he will be better, depending on which thing. I don't want to get too caught up on Piroe, but let's go to the man of the hour, Archie Gray. Kev, we'll start with you, buddy. Archie Gray is in the big. Can you see him get an England call up first of all?
Maybe this year might be a bit too soon for him.
No, I mean like.
I think in general he will be definitely in that England side. He's got everything, and I think he can play all like 4, 8, 6, 10. He can play all of those positions for any team that he plays for. He's going a long way. I don't want to wax lyrical about him anymore because everyone's talking about him now, and I just don't want to big him up anymore because when he goes, or if he goes, he's just going to be amazing. Yeah.
Oh, Kevin.
Don't sound ridiculous. I'm not in charge of transfers at United, man.
No, but you put it into the unit.
I'll be honest. He's going to the top. I mean, he looks better than what Leeds was at that age. Yeah, he looks better than what Fabian Delph was at that age. All of these ones that have come through, he's got everything, and he's 17. He's still going to keep growing. He's going to be an absolute unit. He's huge, man. He's going to be just so good. Yeah.
Joe, how far do you think this star boy can go?
Yeah, I agree. I think unless he gets a major injury, I don't see any reason that he can't be playing Champions League football and playing internationally in a couple of years. He's got everything that it takes to become an amazing footballer. So I don't see why it won't happen, to be honest.
And we've got his little brother, Harry, coming through as well, and he's meant to be really good. Yeah, it's just got a conveyor belt of Grays who's coming from.
I've got your kids, Dan. I've got your kids.
Ellis, I mean, there was one point in the game against Chelsea, mate, where Archie Gray, a 17-year-old boy, young man, should I say, took out a £200 midfield, took it past end zone, and Fernandez and Caicedo, mate, honestly, quality.
Just the thing is with him, 17 years old, he's playing week in, week out in a position that's not even his in the Championship. I know he's in the midfield against Chelsea. I mean, I don't want to. Well, I'm going to say it anyway. You look at Jude Bellingham when he was at Birmingham at 17. Do you think he was as standout as Archie Gray is at 17 at Leeds now? I don't think he was. I really don't. I'm not saying that he's going to reach that level. I hope he does. He might.
But I agree.
As a direct comparison at 17, I think
I remember Bellingham playing against us, Ellis, and he played really well when he was 17 against us, didn't he?
Was that the 5-4?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
scored. Yeah,
that's when he like came onto the scene. I can see Gilly's comment now, and I think that's our future England midfield is Gray and Bellingham, and I can see really a lot of similarities in them. I can the way they play, big, strong, box to box midfielders. Is Gray as good as Bellingham was? I don't know. I haven't watched that far back, but
he's
in the conversation, isn't he? He's in that conversation, man. Yeah.
I suppose it comes down to it comes down to tribalism, and it will say that he was, but Birmingham fans will say that Gray's not. Do you know what I mean? It's just all that the tribalism, as it's said. James, obviously Archie Gray. I mean, there were so many. He was on the left hand side at one point, then he was on the right side. He's just everywhere, isn't he, mate?
Yeah, he's just a fully functioning footballer that's got 20,000 years of experience. He's just so comfortable in everything he does, and it's scary to look at him at 17 and compose himself the way he does on the pitch. Like I haven't seen anyone like that in a long time, if ever. Like he's just so good, man. He's just so good. And like Birmingham fans and say that Bellingham will be better, is better, or whatever. But we'll wait and see where Gray is when he's at Bellingham's age, and we'll see how that turns out. If he's doing it in the Premier League week in, week out, that's
Gilly in the comments. He's saying that Graham Bellingham can rule the world. I mean, I'd like to see that in a couple of years' time. Andrew O'Connor with a great comment. He says, Leeds United bought the Grey Sperm Bank. Hopefully they didn't collect it themselves. Steve Brown, Bellingham wasn't as consistent as Archie has been, but you can see the huge potential. I agree. Tom Walton says, he has another 2 brothers as well as Harry, could end up with half a squad of Greys. So he told you, conveyor belt, innit? Just keep knocking them out, I suppose. Is that the wrong word? Poor Archie's mum.
You're talking about kids and knocking one out. It's not right, Daddy.
What about his mum?
Oh,
I'm allowed to talk about giving birth, Anyway, before I get absolutely before the armed police come through my door, let's just skip that, right? I don't really have any more notes about Chelsea other than Astrid Wet is a complete gimp. Did everyone see what she did for the final?
No.
You know what? She just texted me, actually. It's funny she said that. She wants me to pass your number on, Ellis, so just, I'll see what happens here. Maybe do a collaboration on a channel or something, if you're up for it, Ellis.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time Leeds were on top of Chelsea, would it? So,
boom,
shakalaka.
In your fit.
Do we have a version of the Astrid Wet?
No, and we don't want any.
In it, we don't have a version. But what's the female presenter woman? Everyone's always
Elijah or Emma. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone on Twitter is always crying over her.
A really nice comment, and I will not hear a bad word said about her.
Nah, she's good at what
she's great.
Yeah.
All right, before we go on to the preview tomorrow, we have obviously coming up to 45 minutes. A bit of news. Obviously, the under-18s. I'm trying as fast as I can to move away from that sensitive subject. The under-18s beat Liverpool 3-1 in the FA Cup quarter-final, and they're through into the semi-final. So well done to them. Did you watch any of it, James? No, you did.
Yeah, I did. Good game it was. Really good game. Yeah,
it was. Yeah,
really good game. The way Liverpool played, they played well. It was just good seeing these youngsters. And they've got some good youngsters. Yeah, it was a good game to watch.
Did you boys, Joe, Ellis? Did you watch any of it last night or the night before?
It was live on Twitter for a little bit, so I tuned in for about 10 minutes. But we had a pro club session on FIFA, so I missed.
That's priority.
Priorities. Yeah, I get it. Kev, I think you were working, weren't you?
I was working, and when was the game? Yesterday.
Yesterday or the night before, I think.
They did all right. I haven't watched any of it, to be fair, but it just shows that there's some of these lads I've never even heard of that not even on Football Manager that were scoring goals in that game, and so just shows that something's actually working, considering that we've sent out loads of the under-21s in the January transfer window. It just shows that something still good is going on at Leeds Academy. Again, conveyor belt, yeah.
Yeah. So good luck to them in the semi-finals. I don't know what against. We'll find out soon. There's been a talks of Jack Clark. Leeds are interested in Jack Clark again. Would you, just a quick consensus, would everyone take Jack Clark at this point, or would you wait to see if we're in the Premier League? But personally, I don't think he'll come to a Championship club. I think he'll go into the Premier League next season. Joe?
I don't think we need any more wingers at the minute. It depends if we lost someone.
Yeah, I agree.
To be fair, it also depends. If we got a good amount for Nonto, I'd probably let him replace Nonto. Not to be rude to him, I know he's had a really good run of games, but I'd rather have Somerville 100%. I'd probably let him replace James as well, but it depends. It's if buts and maybes.
Yeah,
Nonto can't give his but either, to be fair, can he? So it's
funny you should say that. I've literally Nonto has just texted me an image. He's heard what you just said, Kev, and he's just laughing at you. Laughing at you, mate. He's laughing at you. Yeah, so
Ellis as well.
Yeah, and Ellis as well. Yeah. James, would you take Jack Clark right quick?
I don't know. It's all right, isn't he?
Oh.
Can you do it in the Premier League? I don't know.
We'll see.
Don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I'm not really asked about him if we get him or not. He's a good player. He seems okay. I think we could do better if we get in the Premier League, if I'm being honest.
I agree.
Gilly said it's from Football Insider, so I do apologise. I knew I've seen it somewhere, I just couldn't remember. Football Insider probably have as much knowledge as Nonto's left foot.
Football outsider.
The Leeds fan that fell from the stadium celebrating, obviously, I hope he does get better. A few broken ribs and stuff. And it just so happens it's the same fan that punched Chris Kirkland in that game.
Is it?
Is that true? I've heard loads of rumours about that, but
that's crazy, man. Yeah.
I'm just reporting what I've seen from various sources. I hope it is, because it's kind of comeuppance, if you will, many years later. But
you say punched, you sort of pushed him.
Yeah. To be honest, we're playing.
Kirkland pushed him off the stand.
Yeah.
Probably was,
on Friday night.
Revenge. Sorry,
we're playing Chef Weds on a Friday night again, aren't we? In a few weeks as well.
Yeah.
Let's get into a couple of comments before we move on. Then Matt says
he ain't doing that again. Kicked him off the stand.
Yeah, save this. Anyway, if we get promoted, I'm almost certain the 49ers pony up and we'll get a good 9 to replace Bamford. Maybe do we think Bamford moves on after this season?
I think the issue is there's a severe lack of strikers in world football at the minute. So it's like, who are you going to get for under 40, 50 million that's going to do well?
I'll tell you, me. Leeds, you know where I am. I'm not a bad striker, actually. I miss 9 out of 10 shots. Right, so what we'll do is we'll go on to a preview for tomorrow because we are pushing for a bit of time. So we are playing the Dog Botherers in the Crufts Cup. Joe, I mean, are you nervous at all? Because it seems they won against Watford now, and there's a bit of confidence behind them. I've seen the online trolls from Huddersfield Town are in full force, and they are confident about this game.
It's tough. Huddersfield have been pretty crap for the majority of the season. They've done a little bit better recently, but it's just local rivalries that never seem to go down well for us. Obviously, we didn't manage to beat Sheff Wednesday at home. We didn't beat Rotherham away. I think right now the best thing that Huddersfield could do with their entire season is knock us off our perch and stop us from carrying on this run we're at the minute. So I'd like to say I am pretty confident that we'll end up winning overall, but yeah, a local derby could always go wrong. And if we do win, I feel really sorry for Kev's poodle.
Shots fired. Yeah, I mean...
that was
Ellis...
perfect. That was perfect, that was, mate. You're really good at this, yeah.
I tell you what, rough. Yeah, this like yeah. Ellis, obviously, the people, the Dog Botherers from down the road, they obviously they call us obsessed. But are you confident going in this game?
We've got to smash life out of them. Easy as.
Yes, that's what we like to hear.
I mean, I said earlier in the show I am the most optimistic, but they ain't got nothing for us. Or beat Watford, fucking hell, well done. Oh, we're going to smash them, I think.
Yeah,
Let's go. I'm ready for it.
That's good.
This will make a
It
great TikTok if we lose.
Yeah. Wah. Don't worry, I'm all over it,
Yeah,
Joe.
maybe
James,
you shouldn't say it,
Oh, you're
Ellis. You
frozen.
shouldn't say that. Goes the opposite
I
way
am.
when you talk, mate.
yeah. That's
Can you hear
Touching
me?
wood, innit? Touching wood.
Yeah, I've actually got some.
I think we're gonna fucking hammer them.
I've actually got some local news that I've seen in the paper after the Watford. It says local Huddersfield town man finds out he's a father, and here he is. Ultrasound, I think. There it is. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Took me 5 minutes to do that, boys. Come on. I'm assuming
Well
Kev laughed his head off because he's on mute at the minute, so that's why I couldn't hear him laugh.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Jade, let's get your predictions, buddy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna smash them. We should definitely smash them. Hoping Rutter's playing because he's had a rest, and I'm hoping he's back up to his best. And we do him about 6-0.
About 6-0.
About
6, 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean,
That'll do.
it doesn't change the fact. It doesn't. Yeah, they've got just a nugget of information. Farke beat this. What's his name? Bread maker, bread rider. What's his name
7-2.
is? Yeah. Farke's Mönchengladbach beat this. I forget his name. Other German guys.
German Shepherd.
Hoffenheim. German Shepherd. Yeah, K9. Yeah. This is a serious
K9.
podcast, everyone. This is a serious podcast. You won't believe it. Sometimes we talk about Leeds United.
We're just chasing our tails there, aren't we, lads?
Let me get my fucking point out. He did the double on this German guy, and he's worked with Nonto at Zurich and he's worked with Rutter at Hoffenheim. But my point is that if he's going to play open attacking football against us, I think we could see another 4-5-0. Don't you think, Kev?
Yeah. I'm agree with everyone. I think we're actually going to destroy them. I think this thing of a local derby with these lot is they're bigging it up way bigger than what we are. They're the ones piping up. You know, we're just going back to them with some dog bothering nonsense. But it's just I think we're gonna absolutely destroy them tomorrow. I've just got a good feeling because especially if they play the way this manager's going to say. Because if you've seen Huddersfield players, they're terrible, man. They're relegation fodder. Do one, you dog botherers, pedigree chum bastards. You're getting smashed tomorrow, right?
Go away.
That's been clipped up. Yeah, I love it when you've a bit of enthusiasm there, Kev. I love it. I like it. Let's get some predictions in the comments, everyone who's watching. Let's have a look, see what you think about the thing. I will come to Joe right quick. And the left back that they played at our place, I think they've got a shot of him. Have you seen Huddersfield play recently? No?
I haven't. I can't lie. It's not a team I regularly. I don't think they're probably on TV anyway. Most
Seen
of the
the
time.
results in it. Seen results, just not actual games.
Yeah. We've got some predictions in. We've got Andy with K9. Steve Brown with 6-2. And
On C2. Oh, Steve.
That would be a good game, 6-2. Fuck me.
Yeah. I honestly, it's the only stadium that looks like a prolapsed robot's arsehole or a dog bowl, which field you want to view it.
We'll go dog bowl, mate.
What's it called? Is it John Smith's?
John Smith's or something like that.
The big dog bowl, it's called.
The big dog bowl.
Yeah. Andrew O'Connor says 1-0 Leeds plus the chewy stick, and Gillies put in. They're on a great run. They've won 100% of their
I can't believe they're saying that they're going in there on good form. We're going to do them. We have literally won every game this year in the league. I can't wait to knock them down a peg or two. I've got some memes ready. They are getting it tomorrow. I swear. I'm scouring all of the dog boards, everything. They are getting it, man. Because I'm just sick of them. Fucking bastards.
I think Kev.
I'm really tired.
He's still asleep. I think he's dreaming.
Cranky. I think he. Do you have a dog? Yeah. Right. So so let's get some predictions. Sorry, we've just done that. We'll move on to our next segment because it is 55 minutes at this point now. So what we will do is if you're new here, we will go on to a segment called Top Knob, where we all think of a person and nominate them for Top Knob. I am the deciding vote. So let's get into this week's Top Knob.
Top Knob.
Tab nab. Right, James, I'll come to you first. Who is your nomination for this week's top knob?
Huddersfield, everyone in Huddersfield, everyone that supports Huddersfield, the team, the chairman.
Huddersfield.
Anyone that touches dogs, give him a top knob. Huddersfield as a concept.
Yeah, it's a concept.
Okay. I'll come to Kevin. I'll let the two lads think about theirs for a minute.
Who spells Leeds with 2 asterisks in it? What's his name?
I tell you.
Yeah, who does that? He's my top
someone who
knob.
Someone who shoves it with the dog's fucking shit piece. That's who.
What's his name? Kevin Nagel or something like
Kevin
that.
Nagel.
He spelled Leeds with like a swear word. The guy is fucking fingering dogs.
Kevin Gargle dog con.
Of the week.
It looks like Johnny Knoxville in disguise. You know, when he does them things on Jackass where he goes out as an old man, it looks like that, and I can't unsee it. Joe, come to you first, mate.
It's like a dog has pooed on his face in plasticine, and that's what it looks like. That's his face. Kevin Nagel.
Plasticine poo face.
Yeah, plasticine poo face. Kevin Nagel, yeah. Looks like, remember Stretch Armstrong? Except the dog's pooed on him. Yeah, that's him.
Except your dog's pooed on him.
Sorry, everyone. I'm really tired, man.
Sorry, lads. I do apologise for Kev's behaviour. I'll put a shot collar on him later on. Joe, go on. What do you think?
He needs a muzzle, he does.
He does, yeah.
I don't really. I'm going to go Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo? What's he done to you?
What's he done?
I've just had enough of him. I've seen too much of him around Leeds. He can go to Huddersfield for the weekend.
That's fair
dog
enough.
related.
Oh.
That's fair enough.
Over if he goes there.
He's staying with the theme. What about you, Ellis?
I'm gonna go for I'll quote him actually. It's a massive game for them. It's just another game for us. Yeah, he's my knob of the week because it was just another game for us, and it was just another win for us as well. So thanks for the 6 points.
Ooh, lovely. I like that, Ellis. I was going to say there's another guy that's popped up today. He's a HTFC advisor, and he was really salty about the comments the Leeds fans, and he was quote tweeting them. He was basically going full rads on Leeds fans. He was quoting the BBC, you know, the exact thing that you were talking about there, Ellis. But I'm going to nominate them both, so I think they both get it. So Kevin Nagel and that other gimp that came on. You are this week's top knob.
Top knob.
I was just trying to see if I could find it, but I couldn't. Right, so one more segment left, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by. You're nearly there. Right, so what we do is I've built a supercomputer, and this supercomputer generates questions, statements, or maybe just pure chaos. Is everyone ready to face the NALP 3000?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go.
Beep, boop, beep.
Calculating. Question found. Which fan base would you remove from football?
No. What happened there? It's becoming self-aware.
It is.
Right, so I will come to Joe and Ellis first. Which fan base would you remove from football if you had the choice? Ellis is raring to go. He's got his hand in there.
I mean, if you go to Derby Days and if you go on the TikTok specifically, there is a clip of me talking about my favourite fan base, Sheffield Wednesday. Because it always comes back to every single argument. We're the most successful club in Yorkshire. Shut up. Don't give a fuck about the trophies that you won before World War II. Let's just be real here. Go anywhere else in the world, you think of Yorkshire, you think of Leeds. So just give it a rest, okay?
Oh, I'm going to clip that and I'm going to put it on the Sheffield Wednesday hashtag on Twitter and see how many nibbles I get.
I did exactly the same. Don't worry, mate.
Go on then, Joe. What's yours, buddy?
Do you know what? I don't really know. Maybe I was having this conversation earlier. I might go Liverpool. I know we don't particularly have a rivalry with Liverpool, but up to the Klopp era, I always heard Liverpool fans yapping about how good they were, and they were shit. The best player was Glenn Johnson, and it's like for years they were awful, and I just heard them yapping away in my ear. Maybe they had Torres or something in between, Suarez for a season, but it took them a long time to get good. So Liverpool fans can get gone.
I might be making this name up, but Cinema Pongal, was that one?
Yes.
player from the yes,
Jimmy
yeah.
Traore. That's all them, didn't they? They had some random Titi Camera. They had some random players.
He scored a great goal past us, though. He did. Byron, remember?
Yeah.
Go on then, James.
That's a great
Who
shout.
would you get rid of? If you like Thanos,
Derby fans, just for the playoffs.
Is this from the context of where you live?
No.
No. Oh, okay, fair enough.
I don't really care about other fans, to be honest with you, but Derby fans will do. Yeah, they can do one.
There's some comments here because I know what you're going to say, Kev. You're going to nick mine, and
No,
Gilly's already nicked it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Gilly, 110%.
Yeah, I just said to
Gilly's
Joe. Yeah,
yeah, they're not even
United
football
States.
fans; they are player fans. They're not football fans, and I would rather listen to Millwall fans all day, and Liverpool fans, and all the other fans in the world than listen to US men's national team fans because they don't support any club; they just support a player. And whatever club that player goes to, it's literally just some of the worst takes I've ever seen. It's
some of them.
Sometimes I have to put my phone down after reading them. It's that mad. And
at least they always do believe that they'll win.
Yeah, that's true. If they fight, they will win. I reckon as well. You know, that's the best thing about the U. But I mean, there is genuine football fans from America that are actually all right. It's the US mentee accounts, man, and the fans.
It's like
I can't stand them.
If cold McDonald's chips were a person, do you know what I mean? That's how crap they are. They're the herpes of Twitter. They just keep coming back. I've only just shook them off, but once I fucking see this, I'll be in my mentions again.
Definitely. That's what I didn't say on.
Yeah. Just got Bruno Cheru.
Yeah, remember him. Oh my god.
Gilly was saying.
Oh god.
We've got Steve Brown says Arsenal. What are they about? Yeah, they've got. You know, it's funny to see the.
They're funny though. They are.
On TV. Yeah, they're funny. That time.
I quite like Arsenal. I've never minded them.
And we've got Millwall. Now, I had some Millwall fans in my mentions a couple of weeks ago.
They have that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they can use technology, to be fair. You know, it's just...
Just shouting a cup and string. Get on the internet!
You what? You see you? Yeah. It's like the talk so cognate. It looks like it hurts them. Like you what? Yeah.
Popeye.
And Gilly, before we finish up, Forest are suffering with the USMT now. They keep asking us if this is what it's like for us. And, you know, they're right. I mean, that's just one player, Gio Reyna. No, sorry, I think they've got two, aren't they? And we had 4 plus a manager. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's so unbearable. Right, that brings us towards the end of this podcast. We have just gone over an hour. Joe and Ellis, thank you again for putting up with us. You're making that's your second appearance and you're not far off. Hopefully we'll get you back on again. Is there anything going on with Derby Days this weekend, boys?
I don't think we're doing a stream, no, and it's all on me, but we'll be back soon, and I'm sure me and Ellis might record some videos or something in the next couple of days, but yeah, we're about. Go follow the socials and stuff.
Yep, the socials are on YouTube, Instagram, and you are on Twitter. I know Ellis is on Twitter as well, and it's Derby Days, YouTube. Go follow some great content. They've got other fans on there. They've got Man United fans, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, and a Liverpool fan, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like big six sort of stuff in it. I highly recommend it. I see the shorts of that. There's some. You think we're wild? There's some wild takes on there as well. So make sure you go follow them over there. And
you have excellent production value as well, don't they? They're really good production.
Value.
Yeah, very good.
Coming on here with a fancy mics on stands and stuff, and we've got
maybe not the wooden planks today. We had a comment within first 30 seconds. It was game over.
We've been strapped to these for an hour now.
I remember when Joe and you first came on, mate. We were like, "Oh, he's got quite a big room back there." It's like all these.
This is it. This is the back of the room.
As you can tell, they're a professional outfit, and we're just in my kitchen. Right. So, thank you, everyone. Especially if you've subscribed, please do like and subscribe again. Get that notifications on. We are on the socials: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and obviously on YouTube. But thanks for joining us. Thanks to Joe and Ellis. Before I go. We are back on Sunday with the Sunday Club over at Leeds House. You can obviously go follow the Leeds House as well, and we'll see you on Sunday after the game. So thanks again, boys. Thanks for thanks for turning up and not shouting.
Thanks for having us.
Let us.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you next week.